In this video, we're going to look at comparing numbers. So first thing we need to do is we need to take a look at the number line and know which values are bigger than which values. So the first thing says here is what happens to the value of the numbers as you move to the right on the number line. Well, we know as we go right, the values are going to increase. So that means as we go left, the value is going to decrease. So now, if I've got this set of numbers, I'm going to plot them here on the number line. So we have 8, -6, 0, 4, -1, 9, 3, -5, and -9. So what is my least value of this set? Well, it would be -9. And it's -9 because -9 is the farthest value on the left of the number line. And remember, as we go farther left, the values decrease. So what is the greatest value of the set? Well, that would be 9. And why is it 9? Well, because we know that the farther right we go on the number line, the value increases. And so if we want to put these in order from least to greatest, we would go -9, -6, -5, 0, 3, 4, 8, and 9. Let's look at this data set, and we're going to plot these numbers. So we have a -3 2/3, which is going to go about here. We have a -1. We have 0. We have a 1/2 or 5/10. We have a -2 1/2. We have a -4 9/8 or 9800ths, excuse me. We have a 2 and a 5 and a -1 3/10. So the least value of the set that we have would be our -4 9800ths. And the reason for that would be that it is the farthest to the left on the number line. And the greatest value we would have would be 5, because it is farthest to the right on the number line. And if we put these in order from least to greatest, we would have -4 9800ths, -3 2/3, -2 1/2, -1 3/10, -1, 0, 5/10, 2, and 5. So let's talk a little bit about inequalities. Inequalities are a greater than sign and a less than sign. So greater than sign would look like this. So for example, I would have 5 is greater than 3, and less than sign looks like this. So I would have 1 is less than 4. And just kind of a general reminder is that an inequality symbol always opens towards the greater value and kind of points towards the lesser value. So as you can see here, it's opening towards the 5, and the point is to the 3. Here it is opening towards the 4, and it is pointing to the 1. So now let's kind of put all that together and compare some numbers. So I have -4 and -8. If I use my number line, -4 is right here, -8 is right here. -4 is more toward on going right on the number line, so that means it's larger. So -4 is greater than -8. And again, my greater than symbol is opening towards my bigger number, and it's got the point towards the lesser number. Here I have 6 and 10. Well, 6 is right here on the number line. 10 is right here on the number line. And again, as I go right on the number line, my values increase. So that means 10 has a greater value than 6. So 6 is less than 10. And again, it's opening towards the 10, and it's got the point towards the lesser number. Let's compare these two numbers. Well, one's a decimal, one's a fraction. I can either change them to both decimals, I can change them to both fractions, or I can kind of use my number sense and compare them that way. So on here, 25 hundredths is smaller than 1/2. 2/3 is greater than 1/2. And this side is smaller than 1/2 because 1/2 would be 5/10 or 50 hundredths. And this is greater than 1/2 because 1/2 of 3 is 1.5, and 2 is bigger than that. So if I was to put these on the number line, -5 and 2/3 would be more here, and -5 and 25 hundredths would be more here. So going farther to the right would make -5 and 25 hundredths greater than -5 and 2/3.